welcome to The Next Level, your local home for all things video games and gaming news. I'm your host, Eddie Fishman Fisher, joined only today by Brandon DeVille.
That's right.
That's right. He's back from Disneyland.
Disney
World?
Disney World.
Disney World.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Yeah. It's very long.
And very good, too, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
It was good. We'll talk.
We shall. And also this week, we're going to talk about the open world Harry Potter, the situation with Walking Dead, and the rumored new Switch model. But first, we're going to hear about that Disney.
Yeah, so we spent 10 days in Disney World with a 4-year-old and 2 grandmas.
So it was like easy having the 4-year-old because the 2 grandmas, or was it complicated?
Kind of.
Okay.
So we'll put it this way. So he was really good on the plane. That was one thing we were worried about
Nice.
because his first flight and he's going. And when we took off, the first time we took off, he said up and away. It was pretty funny. But he was a little.
Awesome.
He wanted my wife to have his hand behind his back and
Right.
because he was a little scared and take off and stuff like that. But he did really well. So
Good.
that was it was nicely split up between like the different flights. So it wasn't like 3 hours just sitting there. I mean, we got off after like an hour and a half, waited in an airport, and just
Forgot
hung out.
this camera switching again. I'll remember
right.
these things eventually.
And so that was nice to kind of get him up and walking and stuff. But it was a long day because it was just a travel day all day.
Right.
And then we got in later on at night. So, again, the grandmas are a lot of help, and I do thank them very, very much for helping out. But my mother hasn't been to Disney World in 20 years, I guess.
So she was basically just like another
she was
kid.
a newbie. She was a newbie at this. And then my wife's mother, she's going there again in December with the other side of the family, with her other daughter. So she really didn't care to like. She wanted to do it, but she was more of like, if you guys need my help, cool. Like, I'll take them back to the hotel and stuff like that. My mom offered to do that a few times with stuff too, but she was more of just like, yeah, I'm kind of here to help out and do this kind of thing. So that was nice, but it was very hot.
I bet.
Every day was 90 plus degrees. And one day the humidity was like close to 100%. It said 93 degrees, feels like 103. And
feels like you're in heck.
yeah, exactly. And everybody's like, oh yeah, it feels really nice. And I'm like, yeah, this is really hot because I look at the temperature at home and it's 60.
Yeah.
And when we left, it was around 70s, 65, 70. So I'm like, it's really hot.
Well, don't worry, because apparently next week we're going to go up to 80, then down to like 50, and then back up to 80 again because we can't make up our minds in Michigan.
And again, I can't complain because it felt nice some days, but man, it gets super duper hot.
Right.
And it was busier than normal down there because like this time of year is usually hurricane season, so most people try to stay away from Florida. But since everybody's kind of caught on, then it's the slower time of the year. Now more people are going down there. So it was fun. It was tiring. We got to do pretty much every park twice. But we covered everything we wanted to do.
That's good.
A couple of things that were new that I really enjoyed was there's a new Pandora land from the movie Pandora at Animal Kingdom.
What is the I'm trying to think of what
Blue people.
Pandora.
Remember the
from
blue
Avatar.
people. Avatar.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Pandora
okay.
Land. Yeah, so for from Avatar. And it's really cool. It's very themed. Obviously Disney is way over the top theme. They have kind of like the floating rocks in the sky, and they had 2 rides in that little area, and one was what was it? Flight of Passage, maybe. Flight of Passage, and the other one was like on like a riverboat ride, like a riverboat ride. And we got to do the Flight of Passage a few times because we had a fast pass for one of the days, which kind of lets you skip the line. And then the other day we just got there super duper early and kind of got in line. But I think we waited like 45 minutes to maybe an hour to get into it. And that one's really cool because it's kind of like a simulator.
Right.
You're actually riding one of the kind of like dragon things they have there. So you get these goggles and you put them on, and you get linked up with an avatar, and you're sitting on this thing. You kind of pressed against the front, and the restraint kind of comes around the back and the back of your legs. So you kind of like feel like you're riding something. And all of a sudden, the doors open, and it's a very large screen in front of you that you can't really tell. Like you look to the side, you could see
like
the
there's
wall.
enough around you, like in front of you. Okay.
It's, it feels like you're immersed into it. Because they say like if you're fear of heights, you might not like this, and it's actually kind of fake heights when you think about it, because you're not actually like you're on the like that platform on the ground there, so it's not like you're like looking down and seeing nothing. But so it's cool, but lots of like they do a lot of smell stuff. So you can smell a lot of cool
the 4-dimensional stuff.
Water will splash up on you and stuff like that. And it's actually kind of cool because you're sitting on the seat, kind of like a motorcycle, but you could feel the dragon like breathing.
Really?
Yeah, and like flapping its wings and
cool.
stuff like that. Yeah, so it was very immersive. Not as immersive to like trick you. Like VR would be more immersive, I think, because again, you can look down and see like, oh, okay, cool.
That's a dragon.
That's not a dragon here, but so that was really cool. That one's cool. And then the boat ride's kind of like all their water rides are very like similar, like the boat rides, like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like just a ride through with some scenic stuff to see. So that one was coolest, but
that's cool.
Yeah. Got to do some Slinky Dog at the new Toy Story Land. It's a
what is Slinky Dog?
Slinky Dog's a roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
And he's the Slinky Dog from Toy Story. So it was kind of cool.
Woody.
Yeah, that one's super busy too. Like there was wait times of like hour and a half if you didn't have fast passes and get on it. So really cool. My son got picked to be to go play with like the Green Army Men. That's cool. They actually have a bunch of Green Army Men like they're marching down the street, and then they do like a little drill, and they picked him to go up and do some stuff with some other kids, and they did little games and stuff. So that was really cool. He was super excited to meet like characters, which is awesome. My wife terrified him and put him on the Tower of Terror.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no.
My son did really good on rides this year. We did Pirates of the Caribbean first because we wanted that to be like his first official ride he went on, because that's one of my favorite rides.
Okay.
And he was okay with it. I mean, there's a couple little dips, and this is the kid that like hated like the carousel at Michigan's Adventure like 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. So we were very skeptical to see if he liked it. And I was very on the fence about Tower of Terror. I'm like, absolutely, I wouldn't put him on it, but that's your call. Yeah. Little kids can go on there, and it's just a drop up and down, and not too incredibly bad. But after that, every ride we got on, he was just like is this a fast one? Is this
one
scary?
Gonna make me poop out of my face? Because like, holy cow, mommy.
Yeah. So again, I think it was cool, and it was a good opportunity for him to go on it. And again, we'll all laugh when he's older that he went on it.
Yeah.
Like he was so little that when it dropped, like he got so much airtime out of the seat. My wife was like, yeah, he had like a laugh belt on, but like he was up in the air for like longer than everybody else because he was so tiny.
Well, that's like that was the thing that always baffles me at Michigan's Adventure is like my daughter is too little to ride on just like a spinny merry-go-round thing. But she can go on the dragon boat and just go way up in the air, and like that's way worse.
Right.
Like whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, I went off my diet for a little bit for the vacation and had some great
good-looking food.
Yeah, they have what's called the Dole Whip float, which is pineapple ice cream with pineapple juice. So I had a big thing of ribs, and
those ribs looked really good.
They were good. We had them 2 times in a row. The second time they were better because they're a little bit more drenched in barbecue sauce. Right. This time they're a little on the drier side. That first time when I posted a picture,
your ribs gotta have fall off the bone kind of moistness to it. Yeah.
So that was good, and there's just a ton of food. I mean, that's the one thing. Like, you go to Disney, you gotta eat the food. We were on the food like the dining plan, so like it was pretty much like get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. It was like a counter service instead of like that table service where you go down and sit, because that food's really good, but it also wastes a lot of time and it's a little bit more expensive. So I'm like, you can spend an hour eating or you can spend a half an hour eating. Yeah. I'd rather spend a half an hour eating and have good food and not have to worry about paying more. So
right.
So that was really good. Hotel was really cool. We stayed at Pop Century, which is like all themed with the different centuries, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Which one were you in?
I think we were in the 60s or 70s area.
So is it like Snow White and I forget? That's like
they're
Jungle Book.
The rooms really aren't themed for those eras. It's just kind of like the outside. So like, and the big thing in the front was like a Play-Doh container, and then on the outside of the building, there's like 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 whatever some of the sayings for like that era were,
okay.
Totally rad, or like different stuff like that, or and then the main
so not like
pool.
Disney themed like time. It's just like this is the 90s, so everyone said way cool.
Yeah, and like again, the decorations are kind of like that, but the inside of the rooms are all, I think, pretty much themed the same. But yeah, really cool. It's a nice thing. They're actually building a cool like gondola. I wouldn't say ride, but it's transportation to get to between certain parks and hotels.
Oh,
that's one of them that's going to be attached to like 2 other hotel systems. Really weird, because I don't know. It's like, again, what are those called when you're like in the French Alps or
like a ski lift?
Kind of like a ski lift kind of thing, yeah. Huh. But yeah, we'll see. But
I still want to go, because eventually we're gonna have to go to Disney when the kids are ready to, like, Elise has to grow up a couple years, and then we'll probably go.
I would say 4 is an okay age, because again, Lennon did really well.
He's 5, right?
He'll be 5 in January. He's very much a homebody, though. I mean, my kid would rather go and play with fake food and on his iPad, or watch YouTube on the TV or this other stuff than, like, I don't know, play outside. Right. Because that's just him, that's just whatever.
Just hanging out.
When he's at Disney, he was like, I want to go back to the hotel. I'm like, I know why you want to go back to the hotel, because you either want to go swimming or you want to sit in the room and watch TV.
My kids would do those 2 things. If they could swim, they'll swim all day.
Yep.
If they can watch TV, cool, because it's channels we don't get.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, come on. But they'll usually go out and do something.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter was really sad because we couldn't go outside and play. Right. It was raining. I'm like, I'm not equipped for this.
But I mean, it was hot. And we had the stroller. Like, the one thing is, like, hauling around a stroller. I mean, he doesn't normally like riding the stroller, but trust me, I knew he's gonna get tired with it, because like he was jumping in the stroller all the time. So it was cool. But yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend. Disney World is really cool. It's an expensive vacation, so like save up for it and then plan.
My mom was supposedly the big Christmas gift this year. She's paying for everyone to go.
Oh, nice.
The big family thing.
This year?
Is like, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, not this year, but
as the gift.
Yeah, so like next year maybe.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, Elise won't even, depending on when, she'll be like 3 maybe.
Right.
I'm like, that's not gonna be worth it for her. She'll think it's cool probably, but I just like, I don't know.
I think Lennon will still remember some of the stuff, and we have pictures and some video. That he'll look back on. But I mean, the silliest thing is the last day when we were like leaving, he didn't want to leave, and then now like every day he asks us,
when are we going back?
Yeah, he's like, I want to go back to Disney. And it's like, aw. Like, so we actually did like it, but it's just kind of a bummer when you're on vacation, because like I always thought, like, man, it would be so great to take my kid to Disney World, because like they'd be so excited and I'd be so happy.
Like,
and there's moments when and there's moments when you do feel that, but like a lot of the times you're just like him, he's screaming and yelling, you're like, oh my gosh,
you're ruining this kid. Come
kid
on.
You're trying to I want to be happy that you're here, because it's the happiest place on earth. But it's super duper fun. It's just a lot of planning to get stuff the way you want it.
Well, see, my son is all about, like, he needs like a schedule or like a plan or something.
Oh yeah.
Like and he doesn't forget anything. It's kind of a problem because you can't get away with anything.
You can't switch the plans, because that's
he'll remember.
The whole world is over at that point.
And my wife is like that too. My wife has like set an expectation and then she'll be good. My son is the same way.
Right.
Like one day, I think I probably talked about it in here before, but it was just like, hey buddy, we need to go do this. It's like, well, mommy said we're going to do this first and then bath. And I'm like, how did you remember that from like 5 hours ago?
Right.
But like that's just, he knows. So he's like, no, we already set a plan. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And actually it helped with some bedtime routine stuff, which was good. I found a way to like use that against him or whatever.
Because you're like, oh, remember you said you're going to bed at 8.
No, that works.
It's 8:00, and we don't go against that.
Yeah, it's like, well, you remember, take away those trucks.
Right.
But no, I want to do the Disneyland thing. That'd be really great. But I also want to, just me personally, I want to go to Hogwarts.
Okay,
that'd be super sweet.
And we thought about that.
Yeah.
But this vacation was, we had the dining plan included, kind of like, you pay for the hotel and the tickets, and you got the dining plan for free with it. And if you stay at Disney for longer periods of time, the tickets are cheaper per day.
Yeah.
So like, you can
like incentivizing you to actually stay for a while.
You can go to the park for one day and it's like $125, or if you stay there for 5 or more, each day is $75 instead. Like a day.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go to Disney and also go to Universal in the same trip.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot of work.
You switch it up a lot and you do that kind of stuff. So we wanted to go as well. That was like the thing where like, well, do we go to Disney World or we go to Universal? But Universal more kind of big kids to adults.
Yeah.
Because like more kind of theme like extreme rides, thrill rides.
Yeah, and see, for me, it's like I'm so bad at like I'm not good at rides,
right?
Because I'm a pansy,
right?
So I want to go for like all the other attraction style stuff.
Yeah, to see it, and that's the cool thing about Disney is everything there. There's like maybe 2 rides. There's one ride that goes upside down. That's Rock and Roller Coaster.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, and then Mount Everest is a roller coaster, and it goes backwards. It goes forward and backwards. So that one's a little thrilly, and then there's obviously like Tower Terror kind of drops and that kind of stuff. But I mean, there's not much there that you're gonna be scared of. It's more of an experience and to see stuff in the theming. The other thing is, I mean, I've been there a lot, and I kind of feel like, again, I don't know, maybe it's the time of year, maybe it's the cast members, but I kind of feel like that the first time I went, cast members were super nice. It was really quality, like the experience was there, the quote unquote magic is there, and then. This trip, it just kind of felt like there's a few good cast members that were really nice, and I'm like, that's awesome, and, they're super cheery, and then most of the time it's like, I know that person doesn't want to be here. Yeah. Like, that person doesn't want to be here. And it's like that you think the Disney for that experience, they're supposed to be that top-notch customer service level, so. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I just know that like typically if it's like ride focused, like if we go to Michigan's Adventure, I'm a bummer because I don't do anything. Yeah. But with Disney and with Universal, there'd be so much other things to see
to check
that
out.
I would think is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Someday
this kind of brings us up because it's something you could probably like. There's a kind of a new Star Wars section that's being built in Hollywood Studios. Yeah. But they have a section where they usually used to do like whatever the new cartoon for Pixar was, they would kind of do like a little section for. But they did all Star Wars themed, and they had a few cases of just all replica lightsabers with this like backstory and origins and stuff on it. That's the lines you would wait in to do some of the characters. So we actually got a picture taken with Chewbacca, which my son
gotta
called.
Get that bowcaster.
Yeah, my son called him Doggy. When he was leaving, he said, "Bye-bye, doggy." So that was funny. We got our picture taken with Kylo Ren, and he was obviously being like not the jerk, but the very like, "No, you stay there." Yeah. And this and that kind of thing. So that was kind of cool. And we actually got a picture with just a little BB-8 robot type thing in the room. But
did you get your picture with Gaston?
We didn't. No, I think the place where he's at, it was raining that day because he has like a. Area. I don't know if it's like a shop or something like that, but it's like Gaston.
Oh, probably his like hunting lodge.
Yeah. They have like a little place there, and I think he comes out and gets the picture taken and whatnot. Okay. But
so I heard that he tries to get you out of the picture all the time.
Yeah, so I mean he's always flexing and doing crazy
like flexing
stuff.
his biceps in front of your face, so you're not in the picture with him.
I mean that was the coolest. Like the character experiences with him were the coolest because he was just so excited to see him. Like Chip and Dale at the Animal Kingdom in the little dinosaur place were dressed up as dinosaurs, but one of them was a Triceratops, and my son, again with the whole doggy thing with Chewbacca, he also called. One of them a peacock because it's a Triceratops. He's like, he's a peacock. I'm like, no, he's a Triceratops. And it's funny to watch the characters because they're like, pretending to laugh and doing stuff. And then he was dancing with Rapunzel, not with her, but like while he was like with her, and she was like signing his book and stuff like that. And then she started like, oh, you're teaching me a new dance move. So it's cool that they keep in kind of that character and do that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, very cool, very fun, very tired. Yeah. I was sick before I left. I felt a little bit better like as we got there. I still like had this cough throughout the whole vacation, but feeling a little better. And then as I like the last day we were there, I started to feel a little bit more like not feeling well. And then on the way home, like on the plane, I just felt terrible. Right. And then like the following 2 days, I felt like I had the plague, which again, it's Disney World. My son had his hands on everything. Yeah. He was.
And the planes never help with that stuff either, like at all.
I had like the Camelback for water this time because I was like, that'd be a great idea to carry. Yeah. Put some ice in it and carry it. It'd be on my back with ice, and then I was sharing that with my son, and I'm just.
That's what did it.
Yeah, because he just went to preschool. He started preschool like the week before we went there, and he brought back germs from there. And then we left for vacation and went to Disney World, where I'm sure there was a bunch of new germs. I'm just like.
germs everywhere.
This season is not going to treat me well.
No, not at all.
So.
That's like my big adventure was I alone. This happens. This is a real thing, people. Dads can take their kids without their mommies to do things.
That's
and
right.
They do it just fine.
That is right.
And I took my kids to the movies.
There you go.
It was
That's
free.
the best. Yeah.
It was free to go see not Romeo and Juliet. What's the other? No, Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
And it was mediocre.
Oh, okay.
But
was that at the Harper or
the cinema?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they do like it's $5 for adults and the kids are all free.
Yeah. So check this, right? So I'm there with my kids, and I go up to the counter. There must have been some new teenage boy, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh, I guess we're gonna do this Sherlock Gnomes thing. And he's like, oh, they under 2 or whatever. And I was like, well, yeah, they're good, because like I knew it was just free for kids. Yeah. And he was probably just thinking in general when they're under 2 they don't charge or whatever. Yeah. And then I saw him like erase, because you get the screen to see everything. He's like adds it, and then he erased it. And he goes, I didn't do that right, blah blah. And he turns to the other person. And he's like, is this supposed to be free for like any kids right now?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's the free movie. Like, it's what we're advertising. Yeah. And he's like, all right, so just the 2 kids tickets. And I was like, yeah, I'll need 2. That's good. And he goes, okay, so I guess it's free. I was like, well, I mean,
I'm gonna go too.
I was like, I gotta spend the $5 on my ticket, thinking like, oh, I gotta do the right thing. You gotta make sure to charge me. Yeah. And he just goes, dude, you gotta tell me these things. And like, and I didn't. I said it out loud. I just said, I turned to my kids. I'm just like, I mean, do you think they're going to go by themselves? Yeah. I got to go with them.
The big one's going to watch the little one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, the 4-year-old is going to watch the 2-year-old. They'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm going to keep the suckers. Right. I'm going to keep the diapers. Yeah. They'll be okay.
I'll sit in the car.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Can you watch them? You want to go on them? I was like, you're an idiot.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they didn't even like check for tickets. Yeah. So I wouldn't even have to buy my own if I really thought about it anyway.
Jeez. Yeah.
But the movie was okay.
Yeah.
It's no Great Mouse Detective,
For free. I mean, that's we'll have to check out some movies too, because
the next one is the next one in a couple of weeks is I can't, it's soon, but it's Teen Titans Go.
Oh, cool.
So I think
we've seen that.
I think I'm gonna go that one.
It wasn't bad. It was again very. If you watch a TV show and you think it's funny, you like the movie too. But.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just take Lucas to it, because I think he'll think it's neat because it's superhero guys, and it seems like good for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes me think like, oh, it'll be kind of like the Lego Movie in a way. I don't know.
Yeah,
be kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen any movies in a while. I think the last one I went to go see was Kin, which was that like sci-fi where the kid finds that gun.
Oh, right.
Sci-fi gun. It was cool, but it was very much a movie where you thought like, this has like a coming of age movie mixed in with like the sci-fi plot about this gun thing where there's some action scenes. Yeah, like, it's very jumbled. I seen like I don't know if I mentioned it here in the podcast either. Like I seen a month ago or a couple months ago, I seen that movie with The Rock where it was like the tower.
Yeah.
I seen that. That was kind of weird too. So,
open invitation. You can come with me on Tuesday to watch Venom.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, so, I might have to. I'll think about that one.
I forgot to tag you in that.
I'll have to see if you did tag me.
Did I?
Think,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to see if I have someone to watch the child. So I don't think Venom's probably a good movie to take a 5 or 4-year-old.
Yeah, he's not 13.
A little scary.
I tagged Eric to go watch it too, and he went to go see it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday. I was like, you couldn't wait a couple days.
Eric, really?
Like, it's not like it's just a big old release.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. So I still do the Movie Pass thing, but it's kind of a pain. So
yeah, my buddy's on the Movie Pass thing too, and I think he's had a lot going on, so he hasn't probably gone to go see a lot of movies. Right. But
I'm like their perfect customer last month because I seen one movie and I paid $10, which I still saved. I saved $1, like $1.50, or $2. But I want to see Predator too. I hear it's not good, okay. But again, I'm not worried. I go to movies to watch
summer movie.
Yeah,
you
go to movies to watch stupid stuff. Yeah. Like, sometimes I'm a little upset that I wasted time, but as long as I didn't pay like $15 to go watch a crappy movie, I'm okay with that. I want to see the one with the Clock in the Wall with Jack Black.
What is that?
I think it's based after a book series.
Okay.
But,
I thought it was gonna be Goosebumps 2, but
kind of like Goosebumps, but I don't think it is.
But there is a Goosebumps 2 also.
There is, yeah.
And it has that has that stupid gummy bear song in it.
Yeah, I bet.
And I finally, it's been eradicated from my house. I haven't had to hear gummy bear.
Yeah, Lyndon thinks it's funny too.
Yeah.
Now it's is it Baby Shark? Because that's all I heard while we were in Disney.
That's me singing.
And I'm just like, kids are just singing. I'm like, I hope Lennon doesn't hear this because I don't want this in my house.
The thing with the gummy bear one is that in the music video, he has his butt crack hanging out and he shakes his butt at everyone. Yeah. So when he goes, yum, 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 he's just a gummy bear shaking his butt at people.
And I'm like, that's kind of a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, at least somebody didn't like take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
so I had to hear that for like months without end, and my son knew that I hated it, so he'd do it more. Yeah. So I had to like pretend not to hate it somehow.
Right.
And it didn't work. It never does. But then he, no one's singing it. Elise wasn't singing it. And of course, we're sitting in this movie, and here it is in this trailer. And I'm like,
it's back. It's back.
Gotta be kidding me.
It's back. Yeah. As soon as they watch it, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember that was that bothered Dad.
So I heard, of course, on our drive to GR today, I just hear, I'm a bear, gummy bear, in the back. Look at Elise, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Nope.
I think no, maybe that wasn't today. I think that was going to the movie theater rather. But yeah, I just like, oh, come on.
No, it's back.
So did you play anything while you had time off, or you not really have any time for that?
Not really. I mean, the last couple days I actually loaded Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on my system back again on the PS4, so I'm going to try to play through one.
Okay.
That game...
It's weird.
Well,
it's a goof.
Okay, everyone who loves the Kingdom Hearts series, that's great. My wife is really into it, and I want to, I was playing the one on the PSP for a little bit, like about a month ago.
Birth by Sleep is good.
It's really good.
And I like Aqua. I think she's a cool character.
And I think I'm gonna play that on the PS4, and it'll be a little bit better because the controls will be better. But that
one's playable, right? It's not like a weird.
Yeah, I think it's
358 days thing where it's like, oh, here's the cutscenes.
I think it's playable. Okay. I think they have it all like emulated in there. But
and then Aqua is another.
There's another mission, I think. Or
well, I mean, isn't she also? Because like Roxas, what's the main character's name? I don't remember his name. The main character.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the spiky hair yellow kid.
Wow,
the yellow hair kid. Yes.
No, well, he's got brown hair.
Oh, I thought it was like a yellow blondish. But
gosh, what is this? This is horrible.
Sora,
thank you. Holy cow.
I
Roxas
for a second too.
Is the nobody of Sora, and I think Aqua is also Sora.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe. That story's so weird. Yeah. So, like, this is what I can't get over, and I think I've tried to start this game, like, 3 times now. Mm-hmm. You spend so much time on that stupid island at the beginning of the game.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm like, I want it to be done. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to spend an hour. And I think we talked about this on the show. When you make a video game, the first hour of your game,
it needs to be awesome.
Pretty darn important.
It needs to be.
Because you need to just pull this person and say, this game's great.
Yeah.
And then if it sucks for the next couple hours, you might deal with it because you're like, I remember that first hour of the game. That was good. So I'm like, I just need to get off this island and I need to start playing this game. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
again, once you get into Twilight Town, it's like, okay, you're fighting a big boss.
That's
and
cool.
You're fighting a lot of heartless groups and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I just want to get more into the theming because after getting back from Disney, I'm like, let's play some more Disney stuff. We get really excited and
pull out your Disney Infinity characters.
Yeah,
get them all out.
I really want to do that again. That game is so good. That game is so good. But then, like I said, like 3 is going to be coming out. They just announced that full big bundle that comes with. The only thing is it's not really. It's cool. But it's really not that cool because I have 1.5, 2.5. That's the one disc, and then they put out 2.8. This is just 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 shoved on. Maybe.
Oh, so it doesn't have the 358 days, Birth by Sleep.
Well, it does.
The recoded.
But all the other stuff does too.
Okay.
Like the 1.5 has, a few games on it.
2.5
has the other games on it, and then 3.5 I think just has
2.8 or whatever.
Yeah, or 2.8. Yeah, it has like a game and like some cinematic stuff. Maybe. Don't get me wrong. I don't have 2.8. So that's the only thing I'm missing out of that collection. And it's only like $20. And I'm like, well, why would I buy the $40 version? I need to buy the other disc.
Yeah.
Because it's $20. So I'll probably do that. But
it'd be good for someone like me who doesn't
have any of it at all. Yeah.
Like
I mean, for $30, that's
the 2 on
$40.
PS2.
Yeah, that's a good value. And they looked really, like I said, the remasters look really good. I mean, they're not spectacular. The only one thing I will complain about with the remasters is there's no sensitivity for the camera. They could add that a lot.
And the camera that's mapped to the shoulder button still, right? Or
No,
can you change
you can do
that?
it to the analog stick. You can either do auto where it will move on its own, or you can do it with the analog stick.
Because I remember on the PS2, the analog stick was the swap between your action button, which drove me nuts. Like, then they didn't figure out back then, like, oh, hold the trigger and it'll change these face buttons to something else.
And then lock on is weird because it's right R1, and then to switch between people, it's L2.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't you do, I would think either R1 to lock on and L1 to switch, or L1 to lock on R1 to lock on and R2 to switch. So it's all on the same buttons.
Something that makes a little more sense.
So you're doing stuff.
Weird.
I don't know. I want to play it because I just want to get into the story more. And
I only know one person who could explain that story to me.
Sure.
And have it make sense. Yeah. So it's a weird one.
I don't know. And then you have the weird choices at the beginning. Like there's a million choices that you have to make
it's just
at the
basically
beginning.
a class choice.
Yeah, and then you talk to the people and they ask you a bunch of choices and you're just like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Then today we picked up Mario Kart on the Switch and played it as a family, so that was cool.
Nice. My
son loves to just sit there and play. Like I just put it on the auto settings, and he jumps around and thinks he's winning, and he's in 12th place all the time, even with the auto settings.
My son gets real sad when he sees his name in 12th place.
Yeah.
He's like, but Danny, I'm like, well, you got to do better.
Right.
And then he got 7th, and he was really excited.
Better,
But then his total went back down to 12, so he got really sad.
I just told my son when he was playing. He's like, but I got last place. I'm like, but you having fun? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
there you go.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's about it, though?
That's about it.
Okay. I didn't do too much more.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't feel too bad.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, these last 2 weeks that I've missed, I haven't really played much, and it's just been kind of, it'll ramp back up, I'm sure, but then the holidays will come, and I won't be able to play anything, because I'm, super excited for Red Dead. But,
absolutely.
I'll play it for, 2 days, and then I'll have to go back to work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I'm in the interim between games.
Sure.
He's like, okay, I picked up Mega Man 11, and it's just like, oh, well, I'll play that here and there, but I'm not gunning to play anything for the most part. Like I'll sit down and I'll play Mega Man or Forza, but it's like when Red Dead hits, that's when I'll invest again and actually go, okay, tonight I'm going down to the basement. I'm playing for a couple hours. Right. Yeah,
because I didn't hear, but did you beat Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you beat Spider-Man. Yeah.
Ending's real good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Real good.
I think I'm just gonna just shotgun that game.
Do it.
Not do all the collectible stuff.
Nah, not worth it.
My ADD gets me too much in that game where I'm like, ooh, something over here, something shiny.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
No, the collectible stuff in that game, everything, optional side quest stuff.
Yeah. Really
is just for something to do and to unlock costumes. You. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. You get. I forget what you get, but you get something so you could use it for gadgets.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's important to do those things if you want to upgrade, have the best web shot of all time or something. But
you could still beat the game without it.
Yeah, you can beat the game without doing all that. But yeah, no, Spider-Man recommend. Just if you just want to see the story, it's worth it.
Right.
Just do it. And most of the time, everything that you're doing, you'll have enough to do what you need just by playing the story.
Just by doing it, yeah.
But no. So I mentioned Mega Man 11, which is.
And how's the new mechanics on that?
It's. I rarely use them.
Really? Okay.
So people are saying how they're vital in certain situations, blah blah blah, and I was like, I always kind of forget they're there. I almost rarely use the power one.
Because if you play Mega Man before, you're
right.
I don't normally use this slowdown because it's not in the game.
And so. I'm playing the game with the buttons as a D-pad, and I'm having no issue with it. And the game it's. I know that's just me. I'm just saying that because I know everyone does have an issue with it, but I, the platforming is still very tight. The action's still very good. The demo was a good taste of that game, and that was probably one of the easier levels because some of these levels are tough. I was playing one today where I just man, I can't beat this.
Yeah,
and it's gonna take me a few tries. But I know people are kind of complaining about boss design. I think bosses are fine. I think the interesting thing is that the double gear system is for everybody. It's not just you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So every boss has the double gear too. So you'll be fighting, say, like Blockman in the demo. You start fighting him. He's a normal Mega Man boss, and then he transforms to a giant monster, and you're just like, oh, gee, I gotta take this guy out. And it's the same thing for, and they don't always transform into something big, but one of them, what's his name? He's He's a robot man who like dives at you with like a drill. You have his power in the demo, and I cannot remember what it is, but
Drill Man.
No, he's not Drill Man, but he's something. Impact Man. Impact. He's like a jackhammer.
Right.
And so his power gear turns him into a giant one of those with 2 arms. So like when he jumps, he lands with an impact and it freezes you in spot like. And if you don't jump, obviously you'll get frozen and he'll just hit you. And now he's something that's 1/3 of the screen size doing that, and it's like, okay, so things change because of the gear system for bad guys.
Yeah,
they can also change in your benefit as Mega Man, and they do a good job with what those things are. And I think this is a great return to form for old school Mega Man but also refreshing in new ways, like simple things like, hey, my charge shot, like those enemies in Mega Man where they have like a shield and you can't hit them.
Yeah.
So if you hit him with a charge shot, it like stuns him back.
Yeah.
And then it leaves
like
him
a
for
parry.
opening. They're like, it's like you throw it at him, it knocks him back, and then you just do a couple pot shots at him and take him out. So there's some like little nuanced stuff like that I think is really well done, and they have more of an emphasis on using your abilities within the levels. So I think they've done a really good job kind of getting back to basics, but not being stuck. Like 9 and 10 are just like, hey, we made the NES games again. But yeah, so I really like it. I recommend it. It's only $30, unless you go the amiibo version, which the amiibo only is like.
Did you pick that one up?
Yeah, he
looks really cool.
He gives you health once a day, and it's like it's not really worth it. And your old Mega Man amiibo will do it anyway.
The same thing. Yeah, they had a different pose.
A much better looking.
So you had to get it.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I'm excited to get my Solaire amiibo.
Yeah, that's soon, right?
I've had it paid off, and it's going to be shipping to me sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, cool. Like, I'm waiting for him too. But this is so if you're watching the video version, this is if you haven't seen him before, it's kind of blurry.
He's doing a little hand up in the air.
But this is the old Smash Brothers one. It's a good looking one. He's like a little chubby man, like the old Mega Man sprite. But this is like what Mega Man should look like, and he looks rad as heck. So the Mega Man 11 one is, oh gosh, these are super blurry. It's hard to get that focus in there, but it's a good pose, and it's a good looking amiibo.
I think it's because it's on your face. You can probably put your other hand behind it. Behind the Mega Man.
Oh, I see.
Then it might focus on him. Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Good looking Mega Man.
Yeah. I just still don't like how they did that with the amiibos with that like white block.
Yeah, I wish they would have stuck with what they had
like
in the
bar. Just do a silver bar,
right,
or something.
That's what they had in the prototype ones.
Yeah,
and then like Link had the bar.
Yeah,
and then when the prototype one came out, he had the yellow bar. Because the drive wars. But also like his pose was worse.
Yeah.
His pose like fell down, and they just went with it. It's stupid.
Yeah. Still cool looking.
Yeah. You didn't. So you said you didn't get Forza Horizon 4 yet.
I didn't.
You're waiting for that code.
Yeah.
It's real good.
It looks really good.
So
I only watched a little bit of it when you played it, and it looked like it was not the same old Forza, but it looked like it was.
It's pretty much the same.
What you liked before.
Yeah, it's if you liked 3, this one adds seasons to it.
Okay.
So hey, it's summer's normal Forza Horizon. Spring adds like more green. I can't remember. Maybe summer or something else. I can't remember what the difference between summer and spring is.
I think I still have,
autumn has like puddles and winter obviously sliding around and whatnot.
I think I still have Game Pass, so I probably could download it.
Oh, yeah, that's
it's available on Game Pass.
That's how I have it.
So maybe I'll do that.
But it's good. I like what they're doing in terms of like connecting people together in these worlds a little more. So like I think I've seen real people driving around in my game, not just the drivatars. Yeah. Because they're like whipping around out in the fields and stuff, trying to find a barn find or something. It looked like, but so a lot of the online
because you can do like not emojis, but you can do like things that pop up above your car.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, to talk to them.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
But it's like the game is embracing this social aspect. I don't know if you heard about it, but of course, like you don't earn experience now, you earn influence.
Oh sure.
And that goes into this part in the game where if you are literally streaming the game on Mixer, you earn influence in the game.
Nice. So they want you to use Mixer, obviously.
Yeah. And the game rewards you in-game with actual currency. And if you watch a stream, you also get it. So
Oh, goodness.
A lot of people streaming Forza Horizon.
I bet.
But no, it's good. Like, the season stuff is really good. The cars still feel really great. The leveling up has changed. So now it's like you level up to a point so far. And I thought they said that the seasons would actually be like every other week or something like that, like in real time, like, oh, now it's winter in the game.
Yeah.
But so far, and I think it's because it's still early on, I haven't hit every season. It's like, hey, you level up, here's the next season. You level up, here's the next season. Cool. But it's like all the races are still there, I think, because the idea of this game is Horizon isn't just, hey, it's that time of year, Horizon Festival.
Yeah, it's all
this guy wanted Horizon Festival to be forever.
Nice.
So it's funny that they're still like writing a reason for it to exist, but like last one was like the story is you're the Horizon event planner.
Yeah,
which to me actually solved the problem of 2, which is I hate it because like in the first game, it was like you went to an event that was set up, like you pulled into it and said, okay, we're gonna set up the race and we're gonna go.
Yeah.
The second one was like just drive wherever, we don't care, hit X when you get there. Yeah. And the third one was like, yeah, but you're doing that because you're setting up the event
there.
here.
Yeah,
you're gonna make it. Yeah. I was like, all right. This one's like, screw it, Forza all the time. Live it, love it,
drive it.
Yeah. Look at that. We wrote it right there. And then I played some PUBG. Some PUBG for a little while with my buddy.
Relatively new map was added.
Yeah, the Sandhawk was in there, so we've been playing on that one. We were having some bad runs, so we were playing whatever the desert one is called, and we were playing duos, and we were having a banging round. Like we got to a firefight. We took out a group, and like it was a good firefight. It was like one of those hard standoffs. Man. And we almost died when we flanked him. We took him out. Like he chucked a grenade at one end. I flanked around the other. We destroyed those. Like we found a way to get on top of him and take him down. And then the zone came up and we're almost dying. But we found a truck and we got out of there. It was like barely made it. And then we got to the end and we were like, oh man, the circle's kind of falling on us, and maybe this was 2 different matches, I don't know, but the one at the end we got I think it was 4th place, and we were like on top of this like canyon hill, so we had like a good spot to just hunker down and like had our M16s and stuff to like ready to go, and so we were sitting pretty, but then we got scooted out of the zone, so we're like, it became that intense moment, which is like one of my favorite parts of any of these battle royale games. Is where like we had eyes on a group that we were taking pot shots at, and they were across, but they had to scoot in too. So we're watching these people to our right. This guy starts tagging us from the left. I'm like, oh man, where is he at? So I go in this building, I take down one guy. I'm like, oh man, where's his partner? Yeah. My buddy's like, I got him, And so we know, I see the guy, he's going up the hill, like on behind the building. Like we got to chase him up the hill. And so in my mind, like I thought my buddy was right behind me because we were going in right. There, And so I said out loud, like, all right, going up the hill, this way. And 2 guys come around the hill on the bottom side as I'm chasing the guy up on the top side, which is like where they ended up being, and they died and they lost. I was like, oh, it could have been me. But the 2 got me. I downed his buddy. His buddy got me, and I was like, oh, his buddy's going to revive him. This is your perfect chance. Go shoot him. He goes, where are you at? I'm like, no.
Nice. You're supposed to follow me.
So I think what he was doing is that he was like hanging back and like scoping in on people, and he probably didn't hear me saying like this way. Hill, but it was like intense and it was fun and it was reminding me that PUBG, you're still a good time. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see Firestorm. I want to play more of that Call of Duty one because I didn't get a chance to play that one duos.
I played that one in the beta and I was not a fan. So
was it just the hit detection stuff that was throwing you off? Like, how would you feel about the rest? It's just like, hey, we made PUBG.
It was a little frustrating.
Yeah. I it's weird. Like I like that Call of Duty is like, hey, things are like, as you would say, very melty. Yeah. Like, people go down quick.
Oh yeah. And then the Blackout was like, if you didn't have armor on at all, you got shot like 2 times.
Yeah, it was very, very similar.
Very
like,
quick.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close to like, I mean, Fortnite is kind of spongy.
Too long.
Yeah, too long. And PUBG isn't as bad as what Blackout was.
Yeah. PUBG is like a good middle ground, I feel like. Because like you at least get a second to react, but sometimes you just get a headshot and you die. Yeah. But so it has both. But Call of Duty felt like you need to be squared up on your Call of Duty.
Like shotguns were the worst, I think, in that blackout beta. Yeah,
that's a bummer
because it was just like one shot, one pump, and
you're
just
as
dead.
in like I was thinking just accuracy because typically Call of Duties have really bad hip shooting and stuff like that.
Well, like when you play multiplayer, the shotguns are usually pretty crap.
Yeah,
so I'm not expecting people to be able to just like one shot you and blackout with a shotgun. But.
Yeah, I hope they balance it out, and I think Activision will do that. Because I think that'll be a cool mode, and if the rumors are true about Battlefield doing their Firestorm as a separate free download, that's gonna be huge.
That'll be really big.
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope because Firestorm's gonna be they're gonna be squads only, and I'm like, well, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Like
no solos.
But if maybe you could just do a one man squad. I don't know.
Right.
But I think the idea is that you have to do 4-player. So we'll see.
Cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a quick break here, and we'll get in some cool news. All right, and we are back. So, I don't know if you followed the Telltale stuff that was going on a little bit. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
So everyone there is let go. It's official now. Everyone's gone.
Crazy.
So one of the things that they were talking about was they wanted to find a way to finish The Walking Dead.
I did hear
the final season. So apparently Skybound Games, they're finishing it out. But I think like they still haven't quite said like, oh, this is how we're gonna help our employees and take care of them. And I think that's still an ongoing issue.
Kind of wonder if they'll bring people from there as kind of like contract positions.
Yeah, maybe
to help out.
I wonder. I have it right here. I suppose. Open link. I don't know if they said that they were bringing anyone over, but I know they were officially all let go. Let's see, Skybound. Oh boy, stop loading a bunch of stuff.
Well, there was a rumor that they're putting out other games as well, right? Like they had a few Telltale.
Oh,
they had a few like kind of games in the making other than just Walking Dead.
I guess Rob Kirkman said that after the announcement that it was imperative to save the game because we can't lose Rick and Clem in the same year. Spoilers to anyone who has never been on the internet before, I guess.
There you
go. 300 employees lost their jobs.
Wow.
Intended to keep 25 employees to fill contractual obligations, but has seemingly let the skeleton crew go as well. So, wow, they didn't fall through a lot of this stuff.
Dumped it.
Jeez Louise, yeah. So, cool that we get the game, I guess, but terrible that no one at Telltale got to finish it.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
Like, how do you get to a point? Because I didn't realize when we were talking about this last week, but how do you get to a point where you hired someone a week before you shut down your entire company?
Yeah.
Like, what happened there?
At some point in time, the lower down people, even the people doing some of the hiring, don't even know.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And then the higher ups are just like, yeah, we're done.
2 weeks, you're all done. Get out.
Oops.
Well, in lieu of bad, terrible things, we may have some gleaming light of hope in the world of Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah.
Because some guy who apparently, does he work for WB? Was that what it was?
I think so, yeah.
They had like some closed doors thing, but apparently they were just like telling everyone to come in and like, just get in here. We'll pay you to be in here or whatever. But he just like took footage of it and put it out there. And WB was taking it off the internet left and right.
But it was up there. It was the first couple photos that came out were very
off-screen.
Weird looking.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
But it's like apparently this full open world RPG where you are a late coming 5th year student.
Yeah.
And learning in the world of magic. It's called Harry Potter Magic Awakened. I don't know. That'd be cool. Yeah, I feel like Harry Potter hasn't had a good game in a long time.
No. And I guess the mobile game is absolute trash.
Yeah, that was kind of a bummer.
Very, very monetary, current, buy all this stuff.
Monetize it.
Yeah, monetize it.
Yeah, and it was like I was excited to try that, and that fell through. I just remember playing some old Game Boy Advance games, and those were pretty good. Like they had an RPG and stuff.
I know you have to put the Harry Potter name in it to get people to buy it.
Yeah,
but maybe not. maybe just do Hogwarts or something like that, and just do it in the universe of. Because that's what it sounds like you're gonna do.
Yeah, like, and with like the 2 movies, the Fantastic Beasts, like it's not called Harry Potter's
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, it's like no, Fantastic Beasts is standing on its own because we know it's part of the magical world of Hogwarts and whatever. What are they Pottermore?
Yeah,
Pottermore. So they could let's just call the game Pottermore. That'd be all right. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool though. It'd be cool to see something neat come out of that universe that's fresh and neat. If you could play Quidditch, that Quidditch World Cup game on the GameCube. Pretty dope.
We need a VR Harry Potter game. You can play Quidditch. You can do spells with your move control.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that would make more sense.
There you go.
But like, yeah, the spell stuff would be cool. And then you could grab your sharpshooter and you straddle it and you fly around like a broom. That's the Thunderbolt. Oh dear.
Goodness.
So PSN, a couple things on here. Changing names may finally be on the way, according to some leak or something, or some what was that? It was I should have looked this up. I'm sorry, I'm like really tired tonight. I'm like exhausted from this week. Yeah, what was it? It was reporting that it received recently interviewed 3 anonymous sources.
Part of like a update and a change.
Yeah, developers working at various studios, and all of them said that they're fixing bugs, tweaking settings, and ensuring that their games are compatible with Sony's plans to do this kind of stuff. So apparently, documentation showed a PSN profile with an option to edit the username. And Kotaku says it hasn't gotten any indication of a timeline, but so this hypothetical feature could still be a ways off.
Yeah. So are we thinking they're going to give a freebie, one-time change for free? Or do you think they're going to charge for it right out the gate?
I get that like Microsoft charges the $10, but I feel like Sony at this point is just like, we're sorry, just you can do this forever.
Freebie. Yeah. Maybe
at least one freebie though. Right. But
I have no need because I have the name I want, and I don't really care. I have no numbers in that.
It's funny. I just like real world names anyway, and you can change those to whatever you want. Yeah. So when people pop up on mine, it's just their names.
Yeah. My buddies was Spoderman when Spider-Man came out. It's like, really.
Oh gosh, what do I have in here? But there's also another thing. So we talked about the PlayStation Plus titles last week, but apparently they accidentally leaked next month's last week as well. So they had them up on the store, like showcasing them at least, not for download or anything. For Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm.
Oh wow!
So
pretty solid.
Look forward to those in a month.
In the middle of this month, I'm losing my PlayStation, and I'm like.
Oh, your PS Plus?
Yeah, my Plus. I'm out, and I don't know if we're getting it or not.
Right.
I don't think they've announced that they are giving it to us. So I'm like, man, Black Friday they usually do a deal on it, but can I wait that long?
That's like I feel
really
like
wait that long to have access.
I got the Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah. And it's like cool, I can play Splatoon. But like the Nintendo thing, I don't care about that because I have all that in like 5 different ways. So I was always like, man, I should have waited for that. Yeah. But I did want to get on those Splatfests.
Yeah. I mean, I know there was a way you could do like a family plan and split it with all your buddies, I guess.
Yeah, it's like $3 or something stupid like that.
So I was like, but I didn't even start the free trial because I think they wanted you to put in your credit card. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, can you just add family members like anytime you want? Right?
Maybe.
You have to do it at time. I'd have to.
I think there was like that family plan.
That's like 35.
It was 35, and you could have up to, was it 5 people?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to sneeze.
It's like, so it'd be like $5 a person for the year. Whoa, but like you said, the only reason why I was thinking about it is because I was like, I'm going on vacation. Maybe I'll bring my Switch and I'll play some NES games. And I didn't even bring my Switch because I didn't even really use it.
Yeah.
So
that's okay, because hey. Maybe there's this new Switch coming out.
That's right.
I think this is dumb.
Yeah.
Apparently.
We had talked about revisions anyways. Like, I don't know, probably over a year ago. When we were like, Nintendo's probably going to put out one that's like an XL.
And see, I don't think they need to do like a big one. Sure. A big one. Like, I think this thing is... I actually think I would like a smaller one.
Sure.
I would be okay with that.
But I think they could get away with doing both, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they could just like, this one's got a big screen like an iPad, and this one is tiny like a cell phone.
Yeah.
And people will be like...
Some people are saying... One guy was saying, like, they should just make one that doesn't have detachable Joy-Cons. It's just a home, like it does the big C was describing like they should just make a home console. And he's like, this other guy was like, do you not know what this system is all about?
Yeah.
Like detachable Joy-Cons is even like a big deal just for, playing with friends.
Yeah.
Or like games like Mario Party that use these in very. He's like,
I hear that's kind of a nightmare. Mario Party is. I haven't picked it up yet.
Good.
I hear it's all right, but the Joy-Cons you only use a single Joy-Con. You can't use a Pro controller.
Yeah, well, that's why I mentioned Mario because I feel like a lot of the games are probably going to be utilizing all the different features, HD Rumble and the motion and all that kind of stuff.
Sure,
but like. Guy
you have to have the Joy-Cons come off. That's part of this.
Well, in like all the functionality, like this guy's talking about like, oh, they should take all that out and just not worry about it and blah blah blah. I was like, but like to not have that stuff would be like buying a Wii and then not being able to play 50% of the games.
And then all these the developers would have to develop around 2 different styles and it'd take longer to develop.
Right. And imagine if you had to then put on the back of the box, oh, this one requires standard Joy-Con, or this one supports non-plus Joy-Con.
Nintendo will do it, though.
And it's like the Motion Plus, like Wii Motion Plus made sense at least because it was an upgrade in the future, not a, hey, we decided to take stuff out later.
Yeah.
Like that's just silly.
But we'll get like, this one's got a better processor in it, so it can only play these games for the new Switch.
Yeah. But like even on the new Nintendo 3DS, what was like
it was 4 titles.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 titles.
But no, like for me, because I think people are looking at this thinking it'll be like new hardware, better, more performance. But I was like, dude, the most they're gonna put in this is maybe a better battery, maybe more storage.
If they do a better processor, and it'll be very close to like something like the Xbox One X. Well, it'll enhance games.
Yeah, but probably not like a ton.
Right, no.
Because Nintendo's not going to make something
X doesn't really enhance a ton if you're just doing 1080p.
Yeah.
It kind of lets me play games with a more
boost.
Stable frame rate.
Yeah. But it's like Nintendo's not going to put something out that's going to be $400.
Yeah.
Like they're going to keep that price point at $300.
Yeah.
And if they do a revision, it's just going to replace the old Switch. Like that would be my guess.
I think they're kind of almost have to at this point because we talked about it before in the show about the processor. And the processor A is pirated already, and there's no way for them to fix it other than a new processor. And B, it's not even a processor that company makes for other things anymore.
Right.
So they're paying, for old hardware and old tech. So if they just update it to something and it's the same style processor, they don't have to worry about saying like we have to make it completely different.
Right. Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like if they made my hope would be there's a Switch that has better battery because I do move mine around a lot.
Sure.
But the battery's never bothered me because I'm never out for like trying to play something for 3 hours. I usually just dock mine every night.
Sure.
It's not a big deal. But if something did have better battery and better internal storage or something, great. Or like, because that was my big thing. Like when the new Nintendo 3DS came out and it was only XL here, I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting one.
Right.
Because I don't want something that big. If I had a Switch that was more like smaller and I could slide it into like my jacket pocket instead of a bag, that'd be awesome.
Sure.
But the Joy-Cons are still going to be big. Like you don't want them to be smaller,
right.
But like maybe if it is something where, like that'd be sweet if it was something where it like maybe had a flip on it or something. I don't know. Just something to protect the screen. But the, I wouldn't want that, but I don't know. Something smaller. Apparently, they're talking about maybe it'll have a better LCD screen or something like that. But it's something reported on the Wall Street Journal is the one talking about this. But they're saying like, maybe like March next year we'll hear about it. So they're not
this holiday they'll sell through stock. Yeah. If we get a bundle this holiday that's like a bargain bundle with a game packed in, I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be. I guess I shouldn't say I'd be surprised.
Probably do a Smash Brothers.
I wouldn't be too surprised. Well, no, like something like Mario Odyssey. Or Breath of the Wild.
Man, I really want those red
Joy-Cons. If they just pack it in and say like, okay, it's $300 and it comes with a $60 classic game that it's been out for a while.
You get Fortnite for free.
Yeah, no, they have that.
Yeah, I know.
With the skins, and the only reason why people are buying it is for the exclusive skins. It's wild.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's almost as ridiculous as, oh gosh, I don't know how to say his name. It's almost as ridiculous as this Polish man who created the Witcher books.
Oh, I did hear about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
very crazy. He's getting kind of greedy. Again, I don't know.
Sapkowski.
Contracts, but
yeah. Well, it was like if you haven't heard, the whole thing basically is that when CD Projekt Red came up to we're just gonna call him Andre. I can't say it. It's Andrzej. So
Andre.
Yeah, we'll call him Sappy Boy, Sapkowski. Yeah. He made a deal with them. He's like, I don't want to wait for my money, so I want the lump sum. I don't care about the royalties and stuff because you're not going to make any money off this. This is going to be a big flop, and that's the deal he made.
Yeah.
It's in a contract, blah blah blah. But I think now that he sees the ton of success, he regrets it, which he has admitted that he wish he would have done a better deal. Yeah. And so I guess he found so he wants 16.1 million in royalties from the studio, which CD Projekt Red
probably just bankrupt them. Not bank. I mean, I'm sure they have money, but again, that's a big hit. Just hey, we want all this money now.
Oh, let's see. I can almost read this for the most part. Game Informer has just like a small way to read this. So he made it that he'd make the best deal when licensing his property and said, I was stupid enough to sell them the rights to the whole bunch, he told Eurogamer at the time. They offered me a percentage of their profits. I said, no, there will be no profit at all. Give me all my money right now, the whole amount. It was stupid. I was stupid enough to leave everything in their hands because I didn't believe in their success. But who could foresee their success? I couldn't. So there's that. So then when he says like, hey, I want this 16.1 in royalties, CD Projekt Red's like, no. In their opinion, the demands expressed in the notice are groundless with regard to their merit as well as the stipulated amount. CD Projekt Red had legitimately and legally acquired copyright to Mr. Sapkowski's work, i.e. insofar as is required for its use in games development by the company and all liabilities payable to the company association therewithin, wow, this is some legal jargon, have been properly discharged. But apparently it's like something, what was it, Polish law, like some loophole about something.
Copyright law or something like that.
Yeah.
What a nightmare. Is he getting money for like this Netflix series?
I would assume.
Because like CD Projekt Red doesn't own the rights to the Witcher story. They just own the rights to make a video game based on the Witcher story.
Yeah, and they've done so much of the work himself
with the video game stuff. Yeah,
but I think Netflix, is he a consultant on that? Because I know it's based off his works.
Yeah,
and not what CD's done. But yeah, I wish Game Informer, you didn't have the part that I needed, which was the That's a bummer. Yeah, I wish that there was some sort of loophole that's explained in this article. I know Polygon had a good write-up of it, but yeah, he's definitely having some remorse.
Yeah, it'll be super dumb if he gets money for it.
Yeah,
because like that'd be like winning the lottery, saying you want the lump sum, and then years later being like, that was really dumb. I want monthly payments now, and they're like, yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah,
because you told us you just want all the money now.
Like a goofus.
Yep.
Like a goofus. But that's all I had for this week. Gosh, we're getting close to our episode 100.
Yeah.
I need to actually think of some cool plans to do.
Some special
even if it's
guests
just like maybe some special guests. I might have a code to give away.
Okay.
For a game, we'll see. Depending on if it's still valid or not. Should be. But I may have a game to give away.
There you go.
So we'll try and throw some stuff out in the works. I think it'd be fun to get some AMA stuff if we can. Just do some fun things or something. Yeah. I think if we get Jamie on Skype, though, that'd be a good
great.
Time.
You can tell us about his times in the gaming world.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah. It was nice seeing him that day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in person in quite some time, so I need to play some Forza with him because I know he's big into that.
There you
go. But yeah, that's gonna do it here. So once again, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next level.
I see you.